Now, as you're checking your time, it's only 40 minutes after 7. Welcome back from the sports break. Kwame faster than it be Tony Montana. And I feel thank you for coming up with kickoff. And Brasso to take you all the way to 9:40. But your numbers here 055 0596 929 055 0567 929. I know your numbers are up your day, yeah, Juma. Just it's about messages in no ever. But kwa homa ni so na benye Juma way Emra na Parliament and Komwa Egusua Ekosui about a year. 4 members of Parliament, as I say, the former minority leader, issue motions. Speaker, na afe one more and declare seats in vacant. We are told, say, Speaker of Parliament, and will be passing a ruling on this particular motion. Mamene Ora Samuel Obin Eni and Executive Director Edema Parliamentary Africa, Parliamentary Network Africa. Na anope mimbi sase. I mean, processes, how is it going? So I'm able to recall good morning, to say.
I don't know where you're also.
I don't know so many. Now, one question here, I'm told, catch us.
The rich name uncle when or my dog giving. Let's see,
oh, Richard Mom, that dog. But we are fine.
Yeah, I don't know where you're fine.
Very well. But him say, Nkoma Ekosi, what follow now when in Sugusua, a DH, sir, you bet me a baby as Uncle Ebekwa Kosi. Again, we are told, sir, the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Backben, and at the parliamentary sitting, will be passing a ruling on this particular motion. Maminchi Okakra on it, per your experience, I mean, the provisions of Article 97. Ever down to 1H and then 1G, is it quite unambiguous a year provision and then you be here an interpretation from the Supreme Court? Well,
I think it's an issue of it being an unambiguous provision, except to say we have over the years, and during the period as I said, been putting maybe partisan emotions to it. Ama shouldn't mean sending a backcorner because, of course, as a political party, what prepare they will contest in an election, parliamentary election. Now we now come on see or call independent. Now we name say nipa no or independent the chances no bet me how one so chances, and so around that time you could see clearly say nipa na ebi our party ni na munyina mo kambo mu ana mo di tuma bomo no na abedane rancor, right? Abedane exchanges. In fact, na saying even within the NDC, some of these exchanges near the idea with MPs back in 2020 time or a buyer with Formula MP, yet it is the exchange the CBR. Now, because of that, it has made us to rush into, in my opinion, interpreting Article 97 1G wrongly. 97 1G is the same. I can't remember. It says, yeah, selectors say one ramra should be the PA. On the ticket of a political party.
Okay.
That was the period now. Doing that 4 years now. What is now a political party? What from Amanyoko for? Yeah. As I see a shrine, Wakunya flew asleep because Amanyoko had over Parliament, and yes, Amanyoko na o pesa wodom. What was the reason behind this? Some of the wisdom behind this in both our constitution and in other countries that almost have provision, in their constitutions, is that one more best situation, the framers of the constitution did not want a situation party B, because of their financial muscle and also their ability to be able to coerce people, would use those coercive mechanisms to draw people from the other caucuses.
Okay.
8 parliaments, 137, 137, 1. Now, say you need some provision in our constitution. MPP say, okay, NDC MPs 10 be according to mo ya chairman so mu na ma ministerial position e be san so di sika say apem so mo kasa mo jai NDC na mo join MPP na your numbers no encodos for parliament, right?
Yeah.
Because the premise wanted to avoid things like this. So almost say, so yes, Ampua, that 10 no, they'll lose their seat and they'll have to go and recontest. And there's no guarantees that when they recontest, they would win. So these were measures to avoid these kinds of things. If you know, they are quite clear. If you came in as a member of a particular party during the period of your tenure, you have jumped ship. And once you become a member of another party or have become a member of another party, you lose your seat. The second part of Article 97(1)(g) actually says, "What be as a member of a party, but you want to stay on now as an independent, right? And also you lose your seat. But I don't have to say, stretching or interpreting say, me stay on in the next parliament as an independent, and also try to say me losing it. Personally, I don't think that is my reading of it. In that, my filing nominations for the next parliament. It is in that next parliament, I may say, Ninyahua, Mebemu as an independent, not this current parliament, especially when there are also just a few weeks to elections and to the end of the tenure of this parliament. Unless maybe I'm a party now, I say, okay, there may be what you may sign, but Pamu me free party, then that particular provision in the Constitution which says that when your membership in the party is withdrawn there, then you have to lose your seat or come. So I think we need to look at these matters and look at it very clearly so that we don't have any errors in interpretation-related matters. Final aspect of it.
Kessben.
Hello, Sammy.
The final aspect of it, Article 97(1)(h). In the H, I know the address says the Open Parliament as an independent. Now, if you dumb amanyokua, and also you may have to lose your seat because over Parliament, so they are catching a open mouth for and say, independent member of Parliament. They're about the same wakodom amanyokua. And so I think that in the case of the 4 MPs, these are the dynamics that will have to play out. And I hope that the Speaker experience with managing Parliament, will be able to help him to do the right thing. Because our experience here as far as Parliament is concerned. And I hope that experience guides him.
Very well. We'll live to see the outcome of this whole brouhaha at the end of the ruling of the Speaker. We'll be back here once again to have a conversation. I don't pay now, Sami. Hello. Very well. Me that say, and Samuel Obeyna Benino, Eddie and Como Executive Director Eddie Parliamentary Network Africa, joining us with his perspective. I don't pay, and it is expected Speaker Backben will have a ruling on this particular subject at the sitting of a year Parliament, and na afi we will try and see you bring a finality to this particular matter, sir. And those are some of the conversations. And one must say, I don't pay Yano Eddie and Como. But if Asidani be Amagana rice, na Amagana rice there, a papa, and would drama show. Na a Ghana more, Yatri Abua say, aye, a free of my Ghana, mo ye do our ha, ye saw who Ghana ha, and a ya packaging and nice and neat, and the amount and Ghana ha. But yo, Yamfa Bibiano and Fremo, and tea, and pay, say, Utieme na open rice. I will be you sue for all your event. Ebeboa wuye pa dia anope Amagana rice ana esese oma wonsa etime ekebi na ebeboa ebetwetwe dom e dia ma ne tichu mo amoye aduane eton mo amo pretty eye restaurant ahodo ni nyina no Montry Amagana rice na mobedi ho adanse pa in your domestic homes no mpacho mo pe eye emoa mudia ebeboa mo apomodin ye pa dia Amagana rice ana esese wo ma wonsa ekebi e wodwaman so ba bia se open dodo mo atu na opese obeye agent otu beton so dia anope Amagana for abie kwan no e dia to ho se wo ba wo mo no obedi nkomo na afin hye kakra bia wo ho no wo mo atimi aboa ama wonso wadi so pepepe na wo sana afi yetu dudo mu pa e de amba no waton e de anya sika ego bottom open dudo mu atu obekọ abeka la pass police container no enchen hwa pe ana obekọ obehu omo e wo ho na woni wo mo adi nkomo fra wo on 0537 029 464 0537 029 464 and after 0207 676197 0207 676197 na when the Amagana rice in the enkomo anope in pacho wombejo sopa na opposing in a drono eye imbustable mixture anope uyo bia wo immune system no akwode no akofom pacho yare kakra bi eka wa na abo e de wato form there esese wo ma wonsa eka eye imbustable mixture enro no ebi na obetu we are reading in ano ase e de about again ebe boost immune system no ama one kasa body system no etimia fight yare ahodo nyina adopay imboost no odi wani echiremu ewo herbal shops ahodo nyina no pacho obenya bi ato ewo ho owo nkran ha obekọ okanhye drug lane eho obenya bi ato bebre ewo ho owo eye tamalin important so pacho herbal shop bi a wonim pharmaceutical shop bi a wonim bia no boremo na kope bi eto ebeboa wo ye se open dodo mu atu ayusu dia obefre imbus for on 0246 208496 0246 208496 na when imbus taba mixture for any enkomo anope womo ebeje so na afi womo atimi aboa na womo aboa ya no pay ye papa na me pacho I don't pay so wood here me na wo ye adwuma kuma ye ku aye frɛ wo mo senate the Social Security and National Insurance Trust what you mo nka dade money I want you wo mo nka so I don't pay me can for senate contributions no ediama the teacher is senate for ewo package aye friend survivors benefit the senator for Adaroma, and you may be a woody and Kakraka will contribute to the mass selection. Senator Adaroma said, they wouldn't hold me a boy. What way you were bushia for, Ma, Yeremo, Oma, me, Papa. And then Crawford will percent what more benefited from a year of contributions that will yet the cost in it. Survivors benefit, Ebe cover Wamuna. I don't pay so we yeah Juma and the ma buy we yeah Juma the ma individual companies private ones na and they won't to senate and pacho would that chinti and who be here pa say ube to me accord register with senate said you be I won't so in your absence mano anyway you ebenya some fast way here pa training na benefiting from the survivor scheme and they senate for Ediaba. Now the teacher only said one more share the number of months and years our contribution. I feel one more about a year and we're sharing in a very big lump sum. They make to be a boy, my woman so I share to come back. So, would ye will be a channel page one or more, make to be a boy, not a boy with Bushia. So, when you will be a boy that will Bushia, no one near Enquire, one more to talk. I don't pay, they deliver the best and they deliver on their promise. And the terms and conditions, I know a year. As I said, we'll go through the process now, register with Senate. Said on your demise, your family and the people you leave behind, ever surviving. I don't pay some person will listen it for Edim Koma. But your friend one more on 0302 611 622 0302 611 622. And as reach out to them, social media platforms are doing it at Senate Ghana. That when they were more in the answer was so Senate survivors benefit. They deliver on their promise. I don't pay make it a point now for Hoshemo and the boy we faster than it be my Eclipse collateral management, Eclipse for Adaroma, but try to pay. What was me more money and I'm more yes, when Japadi and Kratadia, one more the Bayer Juma, that one more to your commission, Kessben, Ewo, and which is a wood man of pay. Now, will be away Japadi, Rawai and Krata to a Japadi as well. I don't pay from Krata, 70 in our bed down. Now, one more fan Juma in Chiesica, Ewo, and Fabao. And what you know, but you will be a open loan, and you're free back. Now, so when you collateral, I don't pay Eclipse to Sebra. One more access a facility, I will pay. Now, one more share the value of a year collateral. One more the support, I bet Buama was sick, I won't search me. I don't pay Eclipse, and this one didn't know part. One more boy and Crawford and war a year. Money, here, Bremo said, yeah, be ya. I want to swim up and so ebeba. na afi wo betutu anamon ye and it woni eclipse ni nkomo pay on 0266 999020 0266 999020 and after 0302551877 na when the eclipse collateral management ni nkomo pay but drop mo cha koya kwadenta new site Abakan Street na when we mo ending nkomo in free think safety and a decent impact. And Komobi Koso Ewo the Western region and particularly in the NDC, the National Democratic Congress, and Brother Joe Anna EC Edin Krataba Bonte so say the parliamentary candidate for the NDC in that constituency, Maakye Joanna Jan Kujo, one more are disqualified from contesting that seat on the ticket of the NDC. Now, the Tintin in the Titi, and it's after some parties, a year primaries were a year, Asumdue, friend Asumdue, a bima party in Muda. Ewa Memphis Central. Now, Ora Peter Kwachiaka. No ayem Rashebidweni ene Joanna Jan Kujo and a contest here in that particular primaries. Na womo every year no akwa fan sembe brenano ediaba is a sitting MP no edi nkukuo in that particular primary. Na the tension in the church no and it is alleged say Maakye Joanna Jan Kujo wonye party ni. In fact, ekwaya wo fa so enya the membership card of the NDC. Was quite fictitious and he's coming into the party as a member. I feel when you Quenya Ediasabe contested primaries, quite questionable. And these are legitimate concerns. Some party people within the constituency are raising for a very long time. NDC party, sir, at the national level and the regional level, one more try, sir, one more consolidate the misunderstandings between some of the party persons in that particular constituency. But consultations are what anye juma. Wobi mo apeja semno edi akwa kodai a secondary high court se wonhwe na wontena semno so enkabi emfama womo. Court no emeki order se ene in September se ene maame no entimi emmone ho so se woye parliamentary candidate Edema NDC unless say asenia ekoso ewo high court no ni nyina no akwa kosi na wieye ansa da wo betimi afred ho say where parliamentary candidate na ebia court no akabia ma no anasa petition eye high court no any rate no so ebia wo mo ede call ye no court no edi asem so in their favor ekoba de say court ni decision no ana ebegina. Now, Electoral Commission said based on this particular order and analysis of the High Court in an interrogatory injunction at Womodeba earlier, and they Mameno disqualified from contesting the 2024 parliamentary elections in that constituency. Just a while ago, many the legal affairs director of the NDC, lawyer Dujita Maklo, Edi Nkomo Ewo, or say party legal team take the situation up. Na wamwa say wamubetimi a find a solution together with the Electoral Commission to all these matters egusua ekoso ewo the High Court. But what are some of the effects? Effects in say 1 year kase Peter Kwachiaka, the sitting member of parliament, wojina NDC Frank Asun Ekom Rashebedwem no wa file say or contest as an independent candidate. NDC for filing Joanna Jan said one also contested on the ticket of the NDC, but they say easy are disqualified. What it means is that in that constituency, the National Democratic Congress say kasa no pay one parliamentary candidate in that constituency. Now earlier on, information that you gather, there was an independent candidate Bakwa, your friend Dr. Kwame Appiah Kubi seem to be sympathizing with the NDC. For that reason, vis-a-vis Senkang disqualification, the NDC may want to fall on Kwame Appiah Kubi. Now, an open information I gather from the constituency indicates even after the filing, 2 weeks here, Anna Kwame Appiah Kubi has stepped down. Say, and to qua air cosuni etu akotre de etre enti no se sadia maame no en contest one of the one non contest bi enti wa withdraw from the race, and this is where the NDC stands to suffer because Kamak enim now nominations you're close. The question is that will the Electoral Commission reopen nomination to ensure say NDC may be filing a new candidate now, or one more a filing that every and still is ebekoso ede one more organize the election in that constituency. But there is a deliberate call from Peter Kwachiaka, the sitting member of Parliament for Amenfi Central. Ma yentieno in an interview na Yemra.
They can have it. I mean, there has been precedent that the former foreigner MP also did the same, and his seat was declared. Well, not because 2 months you can't have re-election, and he went ahead and won the election. So, but because there is precedent, because Right Honourable Speaker Michael Kwame declared that that was the way to go. But if you go to the article very well, if you go to the article in the condition in the Constitution, it says that you cannot cross-commit. I mean, if you are NDC, you cannot tomorrow get up and say that you are MPP. And I believe that is why they put that clause there, to avoid that. Because before, when that clause was not there, if you are NDC, the next day you could walk to the other side and then come back. So prevent that, they put this clause. I believe, I'm not a lawyer, I'm an engineer, and that if you are independent, you cannot change your situation in Parliament there, that you are independent now, you want to become an NDC or MPP. I believe that is the reason why that clause was put there, because now I have not declared that I've left the party. I'm only declaring my intention that in the next Parliament, I want to be an independent. And so if somebody is also an NDC or MPP now, and he wants to go independent, he's not saying that he's leaving MPP. He's saying that in the next Parliament, he doesn't want to go with MPP again. I believe that's how I understand it.
So you are ready for the consequences if the seat is declared vacant?
Oh, of course. If you take any action, there should be a reaction. So you must be ready for it. What is it? Because if you say you are going independent and the Speaker rules that your seat is vacant, what can you do? You cannot challenge the law because there has been precedent already. I know there has been precedent, but sometimes in court, judges make mistakes. So it depends on the Speaker what he's also going to say. That whether if you declare your intention for the next Parliament to stand in the name of another party or independent, it means that now your seat should be declared vacant.
And that is Peter Kwachiaka, the Member of Parliament for Amenfi Central Constituency in the Western region, speaking to that effect. Now, we come to that shortly. Now, Yebisa say at the party level, at the end of NDC as a party, Richard for Mustafa Gbandi to Sumami na yeni no any enkomo. Now, send me your concerns. Now, yentimi any ewu endisa enkomo. Those of you who are more chenamuti from the Amenfi Central constituency, quite an interesting dynamics are able to play out in the upcoming election. Just about 51 days more to the 2024 elections. Now, nominations, you're closing dada, and DNA ABC for the NDC. Kwachiaka is saying, sir, we're not there still. When declare say we free NDC, mo party no support no money winning seat na afi one party and so embra meye juma. Now is the NDC ready to soften their stance on this particular member of Parliament? One morning na kasa after say Olusi party in primaries not yet. Why not doing say wunyemu obekoso contested as an independent? We'll get onto the conversation shortly. Not anywhere the home come. But on the other side, Obapayina na Adodam Kwekufuado Akasa. Now he's thrown a challenge to the former president John Dramani Mahama. Say he must declare his stance on illegal mining. Say Ghana for to Obama na kwanya obefaswa. Obefighting Galamsey one kama Ghana for nyina no ente. Mayentie the president that Yemra.
This Galamsey matter, which has risen a lot in Ghana today.
Kessben.
In the last election, in the mining districts of the country, the MPP did very badly. Largely because the NDC presidential candidate and the party had gone around the mining areas and saying that the policy that I was implementing of trying to stop Galamsey would be reversed when he came to power, and that those who were already in jail for offenses, the Galamsey offenses, all of them would be amnestied. When I said I was putting my presidency on the line, that's what I meant. That I was prepared to take the political risk involved in trying to deal with this Galamsey phenomenon. The result, of course, was that the mining districts, especially in the western region, all of them, including almost nearly even Takwa, was lost to the MPP. That is what I meant when I said I'm putting my presidency on the line. That I was prepared to take the political risk involved in coming to grips with this problem. Today, he's saying that no, he doesn't believe in jailing, that he's against Galamsey, that he will enforce the law. So once again, we have to ask ourselves, Mr. J.M., where do you stand? What are you telling the people of Ghana? Because every time you speak from one corner of your mouth and you speak from another corner of your mouth. Let us hear from you direct, straight up, what do you stand for? We need to know.
Kessben. That's President Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo speaking up north to a party faithful side. Quite an interesting dynamics to the whole issues on Galamsey. But I seem to agree with the president. The NDC and John Dramani Mahama must be forthcoming with their stance on this. Last week, Dr. Tony Obin was in the studio, former Minerals Commission boss, and he stated a lot of things that the NDC would want to do. Ghana for Etuaba Emma Wamoa. But clearly, maybe John Mahama will have to speak again. President said, Kasa directs, don't speak at the other corners of your mouth. Quite an interesting one. Marija for that to say, Marima Mohammed, the Royal Samba actually to the studio for the very first time. He's a member of the NDC. Awa Mohammed will be joining us shortly from the NPP. Now you have this conversation. Mohammed, good morning. As you're saying,
Abume.
Oh yes, you're saying.
Ska.
Sir, I see. What you want to say?
I mention OBBOT and Opanosha and OP. Party of the Ed. Na NDC is coming to power.
I see.
Now you OBBOT and OP. John Mamani NDC mention about say every vote that comes in our favor will be counted, and that vote is going to be declared a winner. Naman Sanchez is John Domani Mamani Nabedeche Prof. NDC as a political party, we are winning the election as American. And every survey that people are conducting in this country point to the fact that our policies are resonating with people, and the 24-hour economy is really the game changer. The only thing I can tell, NDC is working and NDC is winning, inshallah, 2024.
More Juma, I remember more winning elections.
Yes, Juma, pa. And no, just let me just add it. I mean, that our national communication officer, Sami Jemfini, our minority leader, to force any legal team boss, Edoji. Yesterday, when our constituency, Kwame North, now Ombeji Dumedi Kessben pa Sajumedi no, I know certainly say it's going to is the victory of NDC in the Kwame North. It's assured because no Oshe Jumedia
Ombedi not yet Teresa, right?
Teresa Ladi Awuni.
Yes. Okay. That constituency is a tough one.
It's never tough for us in this because
coming face to face with Dokuya, right?
Yes.
It's a high contest in that constituency.
It is never a high contest. I've been in that constituency for 33 years, basically born and bred in that constituency. And Oshe, the behavior, the demeanor of the people of Kankwe North.
Yes, okay.
We value and prioritize development over just politicking. A sitting MP somewhere, so I'm passing or Bobra or Hanka. This is a time for her to go back to her constituency and just go and tell them what he has done for them for the past 8 years.
I don't know your momo creation, no.
It's not our creation, but the fact is that
momo creation to indicate say wa more brebia we kwapem no fan was stepping down.
Sesia oko NDC for
yes.
Kropon North, Opa, you're a journalist. Just conduct survey. Send what is a conduct. Juma Ben or me tell my main Keneba, Mbapa, Nodna, I'm from Boko. Today, if I become MP at Boko, my ancestral land, where my family comes from, and I refuse to do anything there. What did you say? Obi concerns what developer. So what you are trying to say is Dokua has no record in Kropon North. We've gone there. People from there are talking to us. And at Parliament, if Parliament, I'm friend honorable for the past 7 or 8 years. The only word
I said they will say same about your sitting member of Parliament. I mean,
yes, I'll go there and tell you the number of things and the contribution my MP has done in Parliament. Her submissions. Doko has never submitted anything in Parliament. You are a journalist, you can go to it. But I can tell you things that Teresa has done in Parliament, her representations. Now, and I mean, because MP before come more Okanko North, because MP youth are Okanko North. Are you aspiring to become an MP? For you to just rise through the system for someone to come from a different constituency MP. Charlie is an insult to us. We won't do that. Integrally, this is a signal to all Okanko North people. Omunyama to me say, it's better we stick with Obana. She has done a tremendously what was.
We all be yes, you know, that make us say,
yeah, well, Obana, that still Obana, the original one, because we have it's just like a biological mother and a
adopted mother.
Yes, because no, Cecilia Kasai or Parliament or a couple for seats to Meboa. And yes, still a PC in a different constituency.
Yeah.
4 years now, you're the man with Kropono. Your father and your parents are from a Kropono. That's your ancestral land. Then why your mom? We challenge the court to tell us what she has done for the people of Kropon. For the extent say, yeah, but Gina Tumo Kwanko no say Ombetsna as MP. You had people from NPP who are competent enough to be MP. Let me share a secret with you. 2 days to election, almost election. One of the executives told me, look, the hand that is holding Dokua is bigger than the constituency. Say Dokua will go through. Because somebody somewhere is pushing her through. And you see, yeah, constituency, I can say, for the past 24 years.
You don't think that hand, you know, will still come true for her in the general election?
That hand can only work around MPP delegates, but not the total constituent.
I see.
That one is because we prioritize development.
Teresa Awuni still winning or can't win not.
I'm putting on record. Kessben FM, Teresa Awuni is winning with a bigger margin.
In Okankwe
North.
I see. We'll get to that conversation. Now, analysis. I know, sir, constituency, you know, that contest, you know, a heated one, because for Dokuya to have come from the Kuyapim North constituency, won the primaries in Okankwe, in the New Patriotic Party, now contesting on the ticket of the party in that constituency, you know, it makes it, a serious contest.
But, you know, with money and influence, you can go to the delegate than win the main election.
I see.
I'm a delegate, 300 or something delegate. You see, and I don't want us to go into the scanner exchange because it happens across all the political parties. But clearly, for you to go through the few delegates doesn't mean you are going to be
the
Look,
as a party like the NDC, the presence and more constituency, and in any case, Dokuya is within the constituency, right? What's now for a very long time. Yes. So how then does she become a candidate?
Yes. Let me tell you today, anybody listening to me, I'm a youth chief in Niboy Town, Okankwe North. I moved to Niboy Town 1983 to this age. And I can give the demarcation where Dokua claims she lives. It is not part of Okankwe North.
That's what you're warned.
No, you have a friend of Rama Church, close to Rama Church. I'm tell you, Makodia grow Doko Mufida. Her twin brothers were my friend when they were attending that tomorrow.
Yes, but he's been there.
You are not getting it. What I'm saying is,
you warn wo ne papa fie wo watena ho wakodia grow wo Mufida.
No,
means that.
No, you're not getting. I said,
the person has been with you.
No. We live with demarcations. You understand that?
Me too.
There are constituencies are Ochaka Kwankwa, you are in different constituency. If you can't not Okankwe Central and Trobo where she lives, where the parents were living, Trobo Amasama around Kingsby, anybody listening to me will know the demarcation is not it's not part of Okankwe North. It's just a border. You understand that? Where she lived and grew up and went to school was Trobo Amasama. Maintenance in place because it's demarcations. I grew up and so work like into take advantage here. If she has failed in Okopon North and she wants somewhere to hang, then okay, I think I stay close to this constituency. Let me just go there. Clearly, where she lived, I'm there here to provide the address of where she lived.
Kessben. I see. But we know as Muhammad, the fight is on, but we will be facing it off. That constituency. You need the because quite an interesting contest.
Very interesting.
One more and a fee. With a boy, constituency or cry,
Okaro Central.
Baba Sadek and a year. Minia Bema, Patrick Boama, quite an interesting contest as well, a tough one for all the two. You need the constituencies that you will be coming up with the analysis. But Mohamed, my enshasi na yenim komwe now. We'll begin with a Memphis Central statement. EC Deba and Dra, any more party in the Atumu say condition this situation. NDC as a party, Muwom say in that constituency, say money candidate be a Mamintio on that, Namintio on the entire issues are ECOSO in Parliament about a year. 4 members of Parliament are more kase yen declare mo seat in a vacant. Na yen to
okay, I mean, I'm a now. I mean, fee issue. Since yesterday, I'm my dream say. I hope what happened in SAR, where people were denying representation in Parliament, is not going to happen because share. How I started and the same things no as a way. Now, I'm happy you spoke with our legal director, Edwoji, and the party is going to do something about it. But the Meso Kakara me found say, OSHA situation now, what the EC sought to do is, the EC is not respecting the court orders. Because Anopena Mene Professor Azar, I was trying to ask his views on some of these things. And clearly, OSHA, the EC, the injunction that was placed in 2003, NDC conducted a new elections in the same constituency where this woman won. Now, according to OSHA report now, that election now where the injunction was placed now, and this is a new one. So until the court orders as to whether the injunction goes through or not, the EC for now has no qualms with whatever is happening. That's my understanding of the law. But you see, clearly, the EC needs to consult the NDC hierarchy before this step was taken. You know why I'm saying that?
Me too.
Not President B, as almost President B, the court has ever ruled on it. And that has to do with the same thing. In the court of law, when they are president, I think the easy way to do is to go by the president.
President,
yes. You see, in the, let me quote the court. Because the principle is also okay. According to Professor Azam, this principle, what is happening, is not a novel.
Kessben.
Also, in the Republic versus High Court, ex parte Pekun the second, that's Chief 2021-22. Okay, I don't want to mention the court, but the court clearly stated that the mere filing of an application for interim injunction seeking to restrain a chief from performing the functions of a chief will not operate to restrain him from performing the functions of his office when he had not been destooled and the court had not so ordered. Clearly now, OSHA, what is happening now? I think another document where an election was held in 2004. The injunction was on 2023. This new one clearly brought a winner. I'm not a law person. But the NDC today, our stance today in that constituency is not shaken because we believe, say, this situation is not a situation that is going to stop the woman from going.
The Electoral Commission is simply, distancing itself from court battles. One more enya petition, so a free constituency, the more about indicating, say, court no ama orders in forms of injunction. Injuncting by minister and Manon Karine as a parliamentary candidate. For that reason, EC said, and some were quarter. They cannot sit back and look on to say, one more accepted the documentation of the woman to contest in that constituency. Now, the question is that party no more days say because nomination no exclusive data.
Nomination is exclusive, but OSHA, what we are doing, the worst that can happen. In the worst case scenario, let me put it that way, we have to just follow on our old MP. In the worst case scenario. And now, in some of our Kanakasana, NDC no, Ewonimu.
Old MP na money na kasa.
Yes. Yes, but what you tell in interview now, our Kasa still, the party support him. In case we are not able to go through this, the party supporting to win. Utia, interview no cancer. He said it. So clearly, you see, these are court issues. And court issues as the legal team is going to take up. But as a party, we are very confident of that seat. We are, because Arabakona disqualified. No, they were supposed to be 3 NDC people on the same ticket. The other guy, a sympathizer of NDC, though. Into clearly, Osha constituency now, we have the men to win the seat. But just that, I say, acquire tournament. And Osha, the current MP, so can say, the lady used dubious way in winning elections. So one of the reasons he started to say he will influence some people to, I don't know how to is it. As I said, I don't want to dwell much on it. I don't have much way to talk about it. But since the lawyers are so much there, I think the good thing is going to come of it. But our sitting there is not going to go into the hand of an MPP, trust me.
Kessben.
Just because my friends and Kwame Appiah Kubi say on two similar situation and he won. And clearly, we are not perturbed, we are not jittered at all. So Kate, at least we have somebody to stand for us. And clearly, we are not perturbed. And maybe when baby you see what is happening clearly in the MPP today, where we have 4 of their people going for independent. Clearly, it tells you the crack in the NDC party, the MPP party. Yes, the Nanado and the executives of the MPP, they've not been able, because the issue of the crash that led to the flag bearer elections is still lingering in the party. Now, about 60 of them are going to go for independent.
Kessben.
What is happening today is, Mao Dokua example. Let me bring it here to justify something. The reason why the MPP today is recording a lot of independence is the attitude of fostering MPs on people. Sitting somewhere to decide who becomes a PC in the constituencies. And I'm an MPP. They are suffering with independence. And can they get more than this? In my area, say it happen. Ken Crunchy, who has been part of us since Kotogo, Echo fact, so independent. Can't you disqualify 6 or 8? And I know this is happening in places. But a point of fact, say the cracks in MPP and the management of MPP currently, they failed MPP. Now, me no be Kasawa different constituencies. I don't want to mention his name. Where an executive member was asked to make sure a particular candidate win on MPP ticket. Clearly, independent issues now, it is the result of them not being able to manage their party very well. And Alan issue also is one of the major issues America. Say the Alan people that were left in the party. I spoke with one of them, and you know what? As you may see, those of MPP for now, butterfly now we left in the party now. Some of them were treated badly. The reason why a lot of them today are not happy with the current MPP leadership.
I see.
Since Alan, if you more or not in a party, no, yet me mean to cry in front or 2 will be no. Because they've seen them to be how will I put it, the dark, how will I put it, the black sheep among the party. Let me put that with the black sheep. Clearly, independent is as a result of what is happening in the MPP. And you see, when this issue crop up and the minority wanted to trigger the Articles 97.
It's not that you wanted to, what trigger already? There is a motion waiting the ruling of the speaker.
Yeah, but
what trigger already?
We've triggered it. But you see, if you look at criticism from the MPP, it clearly tells you say MPP as a political party now, when the law favors them, they support it. But when the law is not in their side, they don't support it. Okay, Professor Maakye ruling no. We're in this country when MPP supported it. The same ruling today, you have an issue with it. But in any case, we are journalists. What is Afenyo marking? What is seeking to get? Is it the interpretation of the law or placing injunction on? Because Bagbe is yet to rule. So going to the court, are you going for interpretation of the law, or you are going for an injunction?
He has stated clearly, say, or call for interpretation of Article 97
of the law. GH. You see, that's where the hypocritical. That's so hypocritical. You are not waiting for the speaker to pass his order, but you run to court because I'm the another man training, sir. You see, clearly when we are testing laws and when we are working as democratic parties, we should make sure that when the law is working, we should all support it to work, because time will change. All the all support here. But you are saying the speaker who has not given his order is working ultra-virus. I don't get it. We are waiting for the speaker to come out with his ruling. But I believe sincerely, the speaker, astute lawyer, and as somebody who has been in parliament for long, it's a law and he's going to do the right thing today.
Very well. Babeda was Mohammed the Royal Samba, NDC rep, and I would say in Kano. Mohammed Awa, I late. We are waiting, sir, Obe join in now. Yadin Comodian in Nano at so 25 minutes after 8. But me faster than it be my Bayport savings and loans now, and pay Bayport for other room and patch out one more. Asoye mo na Bayport akofa fixed deposit investment. Edia ba enti and pay say what ye mia. Bra na baby account with Bayport savings and loans na fixed deposit no also bra baby ebebo emfaso na ebeba so no eye bebre pa interest no edoso enti all you need to do no and say when you want more any enkomo mpacho branch bi a wonim bia Bayport branch bia no anopay only one mudi nkomo a wo mo ebeje so se wo wasem bi se bi efa nkomo a ye de ho a o from numbers na wo mo no be kasa na afi wo mo ayiwa no na bibia no aye kama fra wo mo on 0245 153283 0245 153283 and after 0263 007922 na when you want more any nkomo say ukita 5,000 Ghana cedis but your utimi a fixed deposit be for 3 months 6 months and I say 1 year na when they Bayport for etu anamo abom ebeboa wo ye pa say o ankra ha tu anamo ekopiebo ewo eye kokomlemle ATTC school no enche ho ape na when the Bayport for any enkomo anopay womo ebeje wo so your future now anopay womo adaroma ana aboa ye na a Moscow Estate Ghana Limited for there womo adaroma nti ensase nyina no ye say man so twe bi eba ho bia no say ukọ eye a Moscow nko adia pacho womo yi ni nyina no e de free ho langas sembia no ene a Moscow for ensase ho anopay if your dream no any say ubetimi a start your project na wasase no baby asese auto free eye Moscow for asoye pacho womo de womo nam na kwan so ene ahemfo no edi nkomo agye ensase no ayen krata asem ni nyina no ama bibia no akoye eno nti anopay oto asase efiri omo nchen a ontu sika engu da biara da pacho one plot no 70 by 100 and no your full plot 15,000 or the 3,000 cedis beto asie na afi one amount 12 months na the akane nyina no wachecha ne kakrakra afi ope half plot na 100 by 35 and no 9,000 Ghana cedis but you ubetia 3,000 na afi one more amount 6 months no odi betia the akane nyina no kakrakra na afi wo project no watimi efrasie se upo mo kira kwan a wo mo ewo Spinters Road no eso wo mo any Allied filling station no edi enhwe ni mo ewo community 18 junction and opay only one more ending nkomo on 0553 840-646 0553-840-646 and after 0553-838730 0553-838730 na woni a year it must conform any enkomo anopay na womo ebeje so no mo ahwe ama bibia no echime akoye e de amount 28 minutes after 8 ma mene medima for Heba Center for any nkomo emra yaba yabeto enkomo de ni so sisia ma me ma wo mo achi na me ma wo mo akwaba araje baje
mejo so open kese
that is saying
trade ampo da romo de na che na won so e
erade adom me so be ho ye twembe microphone kakra
ye da nyame ase
dog ho to say
nyame adom dog ho ye
dog ho ye di ma fufu nyina so ho ye
obia ho ye ye de nsia di firi ho e de ma wo ne watiefo ne wahwefo nyina na no pe
me ne matiefo ne wahwefo nyina so gem so ma ye ni nkomo mfiri me di ma fa so ye na me nche
Mera se ma memfa nchia shronko emfa mfiri me di ma for Herbal Hospital Dr. Time da so ɛda no mfama obi biara ne ɔhwe ɛne ne wotie ɛnɛ anɔpɛyi na menka nkyerɛ sɛ wapɔmudin ti ɛna medimafo ɛba hospital tembia no yɛba radio ɛne TV so ne obedi nkɔmɔ ne kyerɛ sɛ opɛ baabi a yareɛ adokorowo ɛno nti ohia yaresa ɛyɛ medimafo ɛba hospital adeɛ baako ne sɛ kurom ha hospital bebree ɛna wɔ kurom ha nanso sɛ me no kasa na no paya na me tufo aka kyerɛ sɛ baabi a metimi de me nsa si me bo aka kyerɛ sɛ oba ayaresabea no ɛhɔ no wayaresa no guarantee medimafo heba hospital poku ase mayira kumase ya bua kwa atwoma gogo ma me ne papa me ni aba ma wutie me na wo hwe me ɛna no pai me ka kyerɛ sɛ sabra me no kasa no Dr. Tam da so atena se poku ase mayira enti obi biara yare edokoro no efiri utiri so kosi unase no medimafo heba hospital esan se ose udimafo ne asafo awurade sɛ de atwerɛsɛm na kan yɛ sɛ yenni aduaba ne mfa haban no mfa nsa yare no ahaban ahodo a Dr. Tam da so ebra onyankopɔn bi enani no owura mu kwaye dotonum ekohwe se haban ahodo bibi te se kakapempen edua oyaw sanso na nufotrem krama akotenum nyina aye nnua ahodo ne nnubra ewo wura mu na doctor de abafie na ode sanyarwa ahodo dodo na eno nti na doctor eka kyerɛ se wode ne nsa esi ne bo se nyame a obo osoro na obo asase nti sa oba medimafo eba hospital ho ebeto ena oka sa kyerɛ se oba wode time to yare no so yare ben na ha wo yare ben wo nipadua no mu a wankasa no wonti woda wontumi na sanso na wonante wontumi nante no kwasam no sa me no kasa obi wo ho a obenante be se 15 minutes no obegina be se 30 minutes sansa na koma ne bɔ ne peli afi obi wo so otena se kakra na ne nase atata ni nyina medimafo heba hospital Dr. Time da so ɛhɔ na wo so oba no the time to yare no so poku asema yira kumase ya bua kwa atwoma gogo o fra medimafo heba hospital obe 0244 774282 0244 774282 afei time number obesan so afre biem eka ho 0245 44 9592 0245449592 and after 0500727215 0500727215 medimafo heba hospital na sentia ya tembia doctor eka edi nsase ne boka se wono ba na so ya o saw yare ene se ese ansa na nifrani beto boa bo no na onim se ne nan esibibi so anu nti ne nan esibo so onim se okoto a ebo no ofa Dr. Time da so anim se oba na kachi a abibiduro ene ode saw yare ade ba akwa wo medimafo eba hospital ne se o ma medimafo eba hospital e ma doctor nse ndiro mfa ma se kokonom e wo bra won hwe nipaduanum wonhwe mojanom enhu yare kura hawo obi betimi aba oni ne din koma obeka se bia me ha na ye me ya nanso ntumi nkyere se yare we na ha no enu nti oba medimafo aba hospital enu nti ne etwa scan ho ye lab ho enu nti ne lab technicians no so de o ma ben pa book mu ana afe emfidi a waso use no so ni mu enu nti oba lab de ama no results ne pepepe o ma medimafo aba hospital am ye nye lab mfa ma e ma onko ba bi ma onko ye lab foforo me nka bibi from fankyerɛw yɛbɛka bibi foforo ba bia kyerɛw na ɛsɛ wɔnom no wɔ mu anhyɛ da anhu lab no mo yɛro so yie ɛno nti mese tuanamɔ ɛbra medimafo heba hospital ɛnyɛ obi ɔyare nkwa na wɔso ɔba medimafo wobɛtumi aba amia kyɛke onipadua no nyinaa ɛnkenka ne wa ɔpɛ so otu kwan brane nkyɛke onipadua no nyinaa hwɛ sɛ onipa akwa no bibia pɛpɛpɛ ansa na watu kwan ne sɛ bɛ ya yare nkwa nkɔbɔ bia wo hwɛ me na no pɛn efiri ama ahodoɔ so kan na hyɛ no nso sɛ enipa dodo na free Ivory Coast eba Ghana beji ayarehwe omofa VIP baako no masom no maba beji ayarehwe edeko ebinom free Togo eba Ghana ebeji ayarehwe wo medimafo aba hospital utifie eya den emma wonye obi te se Thomas ji akinye na eberedui no no hankasa de nani kokohui enu ntie bia wo de wo ji akinye ewo mu nea ohia no so beba medimafo aba hospital me cappuccino amete yi so oba medimafo aba hospital na wo be ka kire me se yare we na ade ba ye maba yarasa bia ho baako mienu miensa enan me ho antome ampacho sika obesa no medimafo eba hospital no hwehwe me cappuccino metua sika de amao sanso na doctor ka kire wo se o ba ene opa ene na meto nchia oba sika wo so otua no onye o hwe wa wie ansa na wagi sika sansa wo na to nchia sanso na oba opa awo o si awo no o de ebi krase ye de aba odua ento fro obi ba sa osoma na afei ye di watem bramjimafo aba hospital obi a wo ntome nwono doctor ba mu awo oba a wo nwoda no doctor mu awo na awaduro no de metem bia me kase awaduro no to say one thought no na say mo amakwa nsa dwase da nyina woni one thought ade omdi bu one thought no tie miye pa doctor say odi gu anum anajo fa no onu kunu hia mu nhia biem bo so me ba ko na dam o so ye chinyefo abra na de doctor time da so bento nchia na wo bon sa bo so me na ba so no na wan kasa no o tim fifire afa bon sa okuta konko na ode nam ye busa asa de yan wo bon sa ye be ka kire o say wagye wani so e wo doctor time da so ensem obi a kidney say ni aka kire so kidney enye ye biem no mbacho doctor time da so ho na wo ba na doctor ma na otwe maako miensa na ode ma wo se wo kidney no onam twedi ampo nyankopɔ bo soro no bo asase na fempo no okenkan 2 Kings 20:7 na ebra odifo Isaiah na yarewa hodo atu atese woni mamu no yeso odifo we tete haban ma na de sa ne manfo yare anu nti doctor time da so awie ebre mu no ono nso de haban ma ede sa wo yare anu nti no ka kire so wo kidney no for na otwe maako miensa wo kidney no oba repair ade ama wo ewo Yesu din mu sanso na obi a wankasa no wanya stroke na wonya stroke no wano achia pacha wano na achia no doctor ma 3 days me se na maako miensa wano no betene ama wo sa mpa say ye waduro ewo ye memu enu nti de trosam kan bia ye no kure say se ye ni aduabane afa haban ne mfa nsa yare no pacha oni nyina aye no kure na nasem o kan no nso abam enu nti o ba me dimafo a anopai ene anopai a me no kase na ya wada no pai doctor atena se o poku ase mayira kumase ya bua kwa atwoma gogo poku ase mayira central region eastern region Volta Greater Accra obia eba poku ase mayira usi wo poku ase bus stop wa se ofri sa wom kwa so na eba usi wa aba foot bridge no aba the other side so ofri ha se na ekwa ba cho ofri circle na akwa poku ase oba bia obesi na obonya ka ho a edo eba mayira de so no so obeka se obesi wo time da so junction doctor oba beto doctor enso ho na obi a hania wo so Bema henia wo so re tembia no henia no de abo ho safo hene mpacho henia no brana doctor emfa bibiduro mfa ntu ase mfa ma oba fibroid wo so fibroid ye umienu obi de tom obi nso de to awode na chi ni nyina doctor e de bibiduro ye operation e de free ho diabetic patient mumbra medimafo ya ba hospital sanso na pressure wo so medimafo na oba bema nso oba da birijo oba bitimi sore ahomache be se no umienu no abakurum oba be di dwa bebi a afi oba be fia ba be ye aduane ama bema di no okwabra dura na joa na okwabana ne nso ada na ho na okwabana ne da sa o sori ahomache na ohia ba ma bi na nafono ahohona kai na hu se ne yere na abu ne sansa na dwo no wantumi anya adwuma ye de enkomo ne di si me se ba bia baba ye medimafo aba hospital poku ase mayira eno nti bema afon yare nti bema na afon no fabra no mfa enam akomako enum mfa ntoso mfa 5 days na doctor eden ema wo enam be sa ba frɛ no aba poku ase mayira kuma ase abu akwa atwema ago eye 0244 77 42 82 ba kono no yeto so mienu ye 0245 44 95 92 na last number there were numbers ni nyina mu 0500 72 15 I am Dimafo Heba Hospital yeah
Kessben
Benjamin that's I don't pay chawo mu nyina ba me I was saying, I know, 38 minutes after 8. Na media seda ma senator Jumaye Kuono papa. Esan say no, mo policies are mo dia ba na ye kama pa. Na say but you say wa na wo ye wadwuma me say ko register e was senate na woni wo mo enya adwuma mbom why adwuma bi a wo ye bia sika bi a wo nya bia no tete nkakra in forms of contribution na fato senate na say wonni mo a the senate for ye ni wo mo akwakofa model bi e dia ba ye friend invalidity pension invalidity pension no the chire nyina no and say we ye Ghana ni na adwuma a wo ye bia no what tete contribution kakra the mass senate say wo mo fa nto ho ba wa every bia obekwa ahoyehia say accident na wo benya ana say yare bi na ebebo na ebekwa kosi say wuntimi anya adwuma bi no kwacho senate for fa na wo mo ahwe papa enti wo mo hwe contribution wadwuma na wo ye bosumi akatua na wo je emi sika na wo contribute de ma wo mo na bosumi bia even though wo yare na accident aba say wuntimi nya adwuma bi ahoden ne ho senate for ankasa betua aka bosumi bia na etemi aboa wo ye pa kwacho wo mpe we na wo pedien invalidity pension yi ebeboa it doesn't matter wo age wo time on so say wo pension kra no a kosi se ubewuo de so far as untimi nya adwuma ninti senate for betua aka bosumi bia esan se wo de wo mo ho ebeboa wo de ho na ene wa ho hia abremu no esese wo mo so ewo ho edema na senate for aye we ma mani ajepa eye for lifetime enti anopay wo mo a contributed to senate ene yare enti wo mo aka dem even though wo mo pension time enso na so wo mo ntimi nya adwuma bi no senate for gusu a wo mo etua wo mo ka bosu bia kwacho wo so do wo kohyem bia saa na senate for be ye no e de ama anopay na ko register with senate teacher ni mo ankasa mo ye mo amadwuma no mo amo ton niema mo amuri agedefo a mo wodwomu a mo ton niema wankasa wo shop ketua bi na o manage wacho mfa so eba no tibitu ho na the here that senate beba na waba be show mo aboa wo ye pa senate offices there wacho ati say oh my God na mo bia for branches ni nyina na no pe woni o mo ni nkomo se wo pese woni o mo kasa so e wo phone so a mo number ni 0302 611 622 0302 611 622 na when senate for any nkomo indeed they deliver on their promise na oko social media na so a senate Ghana and I will be on all the platforms na when you mo edi nkomo and the senate for when you mutu my idea pa awa Mohammed Achinasi awa machi
yenua
let's say
nyame adom na wo so
radio adom be ho ye Ghana for 7 countries that's we late here no doso
enukre we there this week ebeye the last we there ebo ena ma say this week there ebeye the last and then we say insuo toy nti me kwan no so insuo toy nti ema traffic by a to the extent that I had to do a detour through Abelempe to Alajo ansa na me pia bedru ha nti me am brim we ye be simuntem se no be ya metima bedru
bedase na campaign ko say
yeguso kakra unim se ye zigzag campaign no wow na say o can say I confuse you kakra because they say unim bia nipa no ewo yes sana ye no you make sure say the flag bearer beko every single constituency you make sure say the president ebeko every region so President Akufo-Addo has started 5 northern regions where we and why all the 5 northern regions obeba na wabehihye baby a obeko and also yenka no ane say obehu say a day before na dia betum say president ebeko ha oko ne yere nso start Greater Accra no oko Adentan o free hono oko gamanche ekokire napo ne yere no ene womo edi womo edi no hye womo nsa ne nekeka hom o free hono ena oguso a wo ye Greater Accra would napo yere Haja Samira ba omi anso kokumase ono so ko Ashanti region jai NDC for omo bo shake bi kura se unjai na mahama yere ye campaign adintina ono so ye campaign
so video no ewo ho me de kra to me wall so obi a ebe hu NDC emani bia o mo kasa adentina okoye campaign na mahama yere kra no ete ho a wonye campaign onya mi ma na omunye omu campaign naponso eko Eastern region wabakra enra na wote radio so na o chire nsemu ne na keka ho enra so the flag bearer esaba nkran one creative arts for Asia ema omo ebonkomo kama nti yeguso a ye campaign no but kakra bi meba no mete menua yi na o kasa ofre okwan of me
yes okwan of
wo say doku a wanye bibia woni ho ne na keka sanka eno doka nka watu adio mebo ne ba no so free ho o yanwo no ho ne na keka ho Ghana Constitution interest say wo bi ho mete hai mete me contest trouble.
Yeah,
for the last 7 years I have lived in trouble for the last 7 years. Constitution actually say obi a watna baby for 5 years etimi contest elections e wo ho. Ghana Constitution no enye a party. You get it? Party crowd etimi tam obi crowd be gina baby e ma no contest mani yeye. Party no e file ni pa na omutimi file mani yeye. And sanka we friends say Rollins Bano sanka wa parliament. Zenato. Because now when you registered voter at that time or contest elections, the more filing in we and I acquire transfer or didn't vote acquire to me a MP. So untimu normal see kashrenye. Dokua is coming to take back the seat. Mameno moi mamena modern bayano. Moi mu video moi na mo share. Oko jina baby can say one branch executive bu constituency no. Ebisa ne say ono NDC ni no ebisa ne say edie na wayama constituency no with common fund o ka say me dey talk about my mama me no papa. The video is there mukura mo obi o ha sa nipa no na onko represent your parliament onko represent your friends are the good people of Okankwe North there be ade no say mo say oba na so oba na ide na ba nyina ye nko oni message bia eno an say oba na ye yan fa be mama ba we ye fa dokwa we be ma no dokwa we be ma oni message
Kessben
obi a wo timi ka kire o branch executive obi sa wo say o common fund no odi ye den ka kire me sa na be ya me ko akoye campaign a metima nka say o ye ma o common fund for the last 4 years odi ye say wo say odi talk about man ne mama ne papa. This is what you said. Dokua is winning the seat back. The last elections you winning seat no. You winning presidential, parliamentary and I'm winning. So it should tell you that this is our stronghold. Yenya problem with your friends and your internal primaries.
The last 4 years for saying in about
exactly. So no one incumbent MP.
Yeah.
And your core primaries no. Yentimi iron out your issues after that. So Krofo Bebre Ebufui. She is an MP by default. Ono ana onim so be winning. She's just an MP by default. Yanko say o free her way ni nyina no is neither here nor there. O qualify so be contest wo ho. Wo fie wo ho, watna ho throughout her almost her life. Akufado before so be call your friends Chebi no. Ya wonu Chebi o. Ya wonu nkran ha. Watna nkran all his life watna ya waso east. Meboa no what ya. Aya waso east. But oko you know, essence Ghana Constitution interest otimi ko krom. Ko contest. Into ko ni krom ko contest be MP. Obi a misa say o free ho ni na o free ho ni krom no o free baby what na baby otimi contest o ho ma ni ye that is the Ghanaian Constitution tie just asem no.
All right, my member should issues also in Parliament about this 4 MPs and the Speaker's ruling pending, and then we are told say Speaker Backben Bema ruling no plus the recent development in Amenfi Central for the NDC Electoral Commission are disqualify our parliamentary candidates. Mamincho for 10 minutes now. Yentua the other issues, no eso.
Adiabakwa was here and say, the only thing Speaker can do today, and he say, "Bia Speaker, ebe declare sa Amenfi Central no, omo MP no seat vacant." What is the locus of Haruna Idrisu?
What is his locus?
Yes,
a member of Parliament.
Or a member of Parliament.
Yes.
O share your friends Constitution. Ghana maraponi chere say obi bitimi advocate ni your friends and seat in Parliament. So tro come party ni say Parliament say me free me party I join any party for. And I say party ni tro come say ye yinedi. These are the only instances.
Oh, but what kind 97 no?
Kind.
What kind G and H?
Kind G no. Kind na Ghana fonte.
No, I'm just asking you.
Me say kind na Ghana fonte. There is no instance obi free actually on free a party mu on free baby na obeka che say yen nipa no we free party no. One aka say we free party no. That be way first say we Cynthia Morrison aka say we free MPP. The question is Cynthia Morrison wa catch Ghana for say we free MPP mu.
Abasa won't contest on the ticket of the party again.
But she is still serving for on the ticket of the party. Mm-hmm. She is to contest for the next parliament and yet this parliament. Okay, Professor, why you saying? Okay, Professor, why you saying?
Yes, we can.
Or throw letter come out parliament say my free NDC, my free NPP acquire NDC, my free NDC acquire MPP. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Or throw letter or call the following day they declare the seat in the vacant because constitution is clear. The tosumi you know, Asiama, ye throw letter e command say ye ne free party num. It was a declare vacant. And internal speaker okay, you can say the instances no different. Why did they complain? Okay, why not throw okay? MP no I can say we free MPP mo. Baby no mo can say we free MPP mo. Ye MPs me ensano. Baby any who obi I can say we free party no. Was say in the next parliament no obe pese obe cop independent. Obi kura say Siama. Ono independent parliamentary candidate ni. One year net but independent parliamentary candidate. Na party na file no obeka try say ube yinedi Haruna Idrisu can only go and remove his MP on the party no ebetima akotro say ye NDC for ye yi sa Peter kwa ochre mewa
Peter
kwachi aka ye yinedi inti ontimi serve on your behalf MPP yen can say ye yi Cynthia Morrison edi ontimi serve on your behalf I will be beka try say u yi na free parliament yen can say Ena Cynthia Morrison soon tron command parliament. Say on also we free MPP mu.
Cynthia Morrison or that's your party member.
On can say we free party no.
No, I'm saying say per your party constitution. Say obiye na dwen say in an election na moko, okay? No contest
erani ofofeti ne your friends. The membership ofofeti ne membership.
Okay, so why are you not applying same law more apply to a
it's possible say na ebitimi na kasa na wajai. Uko yina di
at the time I was filing nomination.
Yes, we filing nomination ebitimi free mo. It be filing nomination and the free mo. We are still in talks with her OTA national chairman. Okay. Se omo ekwa independent nyina no one omu di nkomo so ye nyina di ye constitution e kire se ampa se obi eka se me ko independent ko content kra wayi ni ho adi but I was say trigger na ye tro koma no it was say invite ne pa no etene nkasa na ebisa say adenti na wo free mo na ekeka ho wo ye wi a wo ya na intintama na wayi na di sa na ye no Joe Wise ekwa independent no a party called him it was last minute. And a party in the cancer say one to Mudia any yinadi. And that was what happened. Ye
case of
MPs Makuma Kumians and ye will be a free party. Almost Ember country will be a so much free party.
Kessben.
Omo enko entro koma parliament to say parliament ye free MPP munti ye independent. There is nowhere on much rocko. Inti Haruna Idris one didn't lane mo. Na when you nipa ni free ho. Na omofa Galamsey Queen no enfalchao. Any problem bia. Yedie the nim and say ye wo nipa 137 in parliament 137 the 38th one a independent candidate on also can say one year betna e parliament the occurrence one year betna ye ko the 5th parliament at this parliament ebe expire on the 7th of January no ye can say ye be pushi obi akọ independent or free independent aba ye akọ file no enti ye ni problem bia ye ni obi an ni twaka bia ye guso a ne nkrofo no kasa nipa miensa no ye mpanimfo ene omo kasa se na be ya on betima atwe omo free mu because omo nka ne ba bia se omo free party no omo nka no so omo control come parliament and enter me ma the instance of Professor Wayuseni Wayuseni NDC for the no parliament for Tamale South oba na kan say me free NDC the following day na speaker declared the seat vacant. And our call by election or ha or contested on behalf of MPP no Lusui and Obetan baby. Again, a Siama Dianoso, MPP as a political party trokoma parliament to say Nipa Sumesia or better representative for Menafono. Ye days na akano, ye hiano parliament to say on betna yafa. yen na odi e buy nti yen yeso ye yinadi ono kra wan ka se wa free MPP bo ye ka se ye yinadi wo ka se day na ye chro kra se ye yinadi no okọ parliament o grantee interview so no o MPP ni urefi ye ka se ye yinadi every parliament say bi ko wini e di ama party no me nka se bi but bi ko wini di ama party no na so me free party no and a party ne say ye withdraw no ye mpe no ho ene ye na free ho ye nka say ye mpe suhuma mpi no ye nka say ye mpe Cynthia Morrison ye nka say ye mpe ye friend say Esiama in parliament ye say ye guso ene omudi nkomo
okay
ye wa rehemu say omo betie na omo aba na yina na yakabom na ye de akoye adwuma on Joanna Jan no. This is a seat ya win it will cry na was say easy ekoye bibisa because
more winning at Memphis Central. You have never won that constituency.
I'm even shocked you are saying
yes, this. The reason is that the last elections.
Are you aware from 92 baby?
Yes, the last elections gap near saying 4,000. That's the last elections. Gap near 4,000 the last elections. Again,
Nipana
Nipana
you are now filing a new
Nipana Edenebano.
Yeah.
Why a Juma over time? This is a personal friend. Dr. Aku, where me personal friend. Now I deputy registrar for pharmacy council. You know my relationships with pharmacy council.
Yeah.
Now a deputy registrar for pharmacy council. I work for retirement. A Juma papa na ye oho over time. Nipa wa empower omune na kika ho. A duchem. Me say NDC for grand and nama omu ye campaign amano. Is the reason the NDC wanted to remove that MP.
For the first time, Mube Winnie and
Central. The NTM NDC, Chinchim MP Ninsa, Epesa Omudi Galamsey Queen Neba, and they say, Omunim say, we friends saying, Dr. Akun, Ebe Winnie that seat. No, Anka, yes, Anka, Obit ho a certain MP. Now, Chinchim Ninsa, the Obi Efra Bontin Abe contestant. Because Omunim said the impactor, sir, your friends saying, your MP no. A parliamentary candidate no edia boa krom ho no se omudi MP ni ba obe wini the NDC MP will lose enuti na ama omo forso ase chinchina maame no e na omode ne ba because o galamsey money a odi sikabe wuram na so emfa esa say the most important thing is say nipa na omo ho no ahu time na oye adwuma of pharmacy council na enye position kakraka bi o nanso empowerment nipa ode omo police nipa obo omo school nipa omo scholarships na keka ho aditwam enunti obaye na NDC for ho hyehye omo a omo kofa obi baye se ombetu omo empenye sa pa dia what is asemida se national ebefo obi aba se yeyi MP afiri ho because un say yeso ye bi in 2020 in 2020 Gushegu
Kessben
Gushegu ye hu say ye de MP ni kwa
yeah.
Now a deputy minister, Dr. Ziblim, you them say the MP no kwa and this bit my seat no. So the way ko Hassan Tampuli. Wanko primaries anko bibia yako file Hassan Tampuli manuko ye. So that is why the NDC is trying to change. But anka muni papa ni tana se na any Dr. Ziblim.
Papa no lusu primaries. He contested in a primary and he lost.
Court no can say and rerun is high elections
and exactly
and it was
the party did a rerun and he
omo ye rerun no omo afana nka ho omo di maame no koye no omo di maame no ekoye no ye friend say unopposed court can say empanimfo no chinchim ne nsa enti sa elections no yentungu de ono contest ye no court say yentungu and I can say yen rerun fufuro oman rani because per the court ruling according to the EC no omu hu baby ayare rani essence bibi ani wa e kire se bibi sa aba ye de se omu di maame ni na ebo MP ni na ebo omu mienu na eba independent ni maame no ye nim hu se odogo bi enu abe ya winning the seat no it's the first seat ya winning
Mamembra Samba so da me tie Samba let me listen to you about us on this na Yemra Galamsey ni so
Mamencha I think assalamu alaikum and he has been my fighting partner on Facebook. This is the first time we are meeting now. The issue about Kankwe North, I will just advise you. I know you're a communicator for the MPP, so they ask you to come and say it, but make sure you verify yourself.
Who asked me to come and say it?
I can tell you on authority. Prove to me a place, a house, a shelter. Doku attend work for 5 years. I'm just throwing this challenge to you.
So you went to court. You went.
So you let me just go. Let me just go.
On Doku and
I just
come back
I didn't interact.
I may not have an opportunity to come.
Let me tell you this.
They're putting on record. Say NDC court disqualify my unqualified to be MP there.
You see, when I speak, I listen to you.
They went and lost.
You know what? I don't target. So I beg you, let me just tell you.
To tell me, since
you are communicating, as someone said, tell me which part. Don't feed on lies. Don't feed on lies. I've spent since 1983 Okanko North. Dokua, I know her kid brothers. Into clearly the house Dokua stayed and lived in. Makato said, "Oh, fine, it's not against the constitution. We know you can, but clearly, if you want to claim say what's not Okanko North, that is a false. But the constitution can give you the opposition come and contest. That one I won't go there. But as far as I'm concerned, Dokua's house or where she lives, Okanko North, no, important one in Okanko North, Tobama Saman. It's close to a church called Rama. And anybody listening to me today from Kingsview or Kankwe North knows where Dokua lived. So clearly, let's not just talk. Dokua is just coming to, because she has run for a couple North. Then you see, it's so sad. But I want to dwell on, or can be about Teresa Wuni, Chichinga issue, you know. I will take a number, send a full video.
There is a video like that.
There's a full video.
Video that have come across.
Yes, but it was a meeting. About 2 hours meeting or so. And I wish I will send you the whole 2 hours video and see the laughter part of it and how the whole thing started. People have just cropped that side pair and want to make meal out of it. It's quite unfortunate. I was part of the meeting. I was part of that meeting, not meteor. And that particular boy. And clearly, that has nothing to do with your conduct. And I'm in America for 24 years. Okanko North has been in the hands of the MPP. What we don't have, we don't have a borehole in Okanko North until Teresa became an MP. 6 boreholes in the constituency today. 52 beds donated to Achimota Forest in the history of Okanko North. Because Achimota Hospital, your constituency.
Yeah.
And one of the government hospitals that had issues with bed. For 24 years under your tenure, MPP, Saki, Fuseni, what have you done in Okanko North? We just had opportunity for just 4 years. We have a website. Go to website www.stillobana.com. Yeah, then you are still Obana because Obana more than Obano or you imported Obana. This is a biological Obana. Teresa Awuni, not Obia Janamba. You are supposed to account for them. You are clearly. We are not going to that. What has Dokua done for the people not to come and tell us, or no, but is it our? Let me just go back to Parliament and just ask you a simple question because who can be?
Mami Tio on the Galamsey issue.
But I want to ask our question. But according to a constitution, according to your MPP's constitution, but Article 3 and 9 of your constitution, when a party, article says that General Secretary John Boydu, it's a statement on Tuesday said when a member filed their nomination, they automatically forfeit their membership per the MPP constitution, Article 3 and 9 of the constitution. So clearly, this kind of probating and reprobating, no, it's not going to work. Oh no, your laws per NDC law, immediately you pick to go independent, you're not part of us. And it's part of your law. So clearly, you want the speaker to wait for you to write to them to tell them, say, you sack this particular person. Clearly, let's wait and see what Babi is going to come out of it.
All right, yeah. On the Galamsey Kakrani and to Infancy. President Akufo-Addo said, Urajo Mahama must be strict with the position on Galamsey. Maminti on Infancy.
I know I work attest to the fact that John Mahama has been very strict on Galamsey. He has made a lot of statements. Now, because this coming from a sitting president who has all the marshals, the chief of the commander of chief of Ghana and leader of our country currently, for you to call somebody opposition leader, sir, you want to know his stance on Galamsey, tell you clearly that you failed as a president. This shouldn't come from you, because in our manifesto we've made statement. We've said what we are going to do as far as Galamsey is concerned.
Yes, but President my contest say in one breath, o say mobile power, mobile jai or more yachichi or mono, egumono, 2, ube biemoa, ube sabo moa to aswaye. Now, on the other hand, you stand on campaign platforms, you campaign against the government and its candidates. Stating say, Insioni Adia says, so you as a presidential candidate, what is your stand about this whole fight?
The stance is clear. It's part of the manifesto. I'll go there. But maybe no, in some John Mama can about say about obey Sankophone. I think that statement Otu for the same thing. So those boys who are arrested are not those behind the Galamsey. I have a video. I can send a video on TV3. TV3 then they play it where Okufo said, say, some of them are innocent. Okay. My brother, I have a video. I can send a video to you, and I'm saying this on Kessben and a small platform. Otunfo, there's a video of Otunfo saying they are not responsible. But let me tell you one thing. If you want to understand the root cause of every social problem, you focus on those who benefit from the problem and those who suffer from it. This statement alone tells us, I was part of a survey, and these boys I went to some of these management, and clearly it tells us that these boys who go to the pit are people who are unemployed. These are people who cannot even come to Accra to get a concession. They can't even buy generator, not to talk of excavator. These are the people who are now languishing in jail. If indeed we are nipping this at the butt, why are still Galamsey going on? Kofi Annan can be, and I think that's the reason why this party or NPP government is finding it difficult to fight Galamsey. You see, I say political will is an oxygen without which reforms cannot breathe. What Nanado currently is going through is that his statement about fighting Galamsey is rhetoric and hypocritical. Let me start by saying one. 2019, okay, Nanado General Simpeso say he knows how to bring the economy back, not dead people. We live in a situation where today water issue is becoming an existential threat. You can't ban Galamsey because also ban we can't get foreign exchange from it. But yet you are somebody who said the life organs are important to you. And John Mama has made a statement clearly. And Osatrancho said they lost. Who said MPP lost in the mining events and constituencies?
Very well.
Who said that? It's clearly another interest is parochial interest and party interest is more than the national interest. It's the reason why he's not fighting Galamsey. The reason why I can't look at Charles Bisu and Chamawu Tume and Co. and tell them the reason why I can't implement the recommendation. The American say Galamsey, me Jina Simpe should be and find politics because one. Recently, I think doctors Kotok by Algoshi, a fence and a collab. They found out that it contains some level of cyanide. This yam can fall on a plate of NDC and MPP. But clearly, what I'm saying is, even if NDC is beyond Galamsey, Nanado, you have the power to start calculating their way.
But I say thank you. I want Mohammed Maminti on
Just a few minutes on where friends saying Chinchinga comment. You don't need any full video to say OBC agent a horse. Your branch executive bako ese me common fund me de den me de to kebab ma wo ma me no papa omo amuti e kire mo se ye bebo no. This is the voice from the person no kai obi tie kire kura se ye bebo no
ababo ana
o anti video no
o ti video no
video no ebi wa who said bebo no me pacho Richard me pacho bo video no because more minimum more ha okay say me to kebab ma wo ma me no papa o backup vocal bi etechire o say ye bebu no. The only thing is o say ye hwe ho baby a o tikura ya asphalt
on ma mete
area ho nyina ya ye asphalt o krom ho
awa
me say ya ye asphalt obi a onim obi
I'm coming from New I'm coming from Kakwe North.
New Boy Town Zongo Development Fund kura akoye mechanized borehole amamo Zongo.
Where is it?
Zongo, your first New Boy Town.
Can you show me where?
Mechanized borehole.
Where?
But I'm showing you the place.
I can tell you, I can challenge you today. I know where it is. I even parked my car this morning in front there.
You know where it is?
It has never opened since almost here.
What?
I'm telling you, maybe. And I want to tell you, whoever send you the message, that thing has never, even not a cup of water.
This is the place I'm manantia for the last 7 years. Let me come to the what I'm talking about.
When we came to a colleague funeral in my area, I just funeral.
Me say, Dokua.
Stop lying.
Dokua. We need that seat. Because
Maminti solely on President's comment on Galamsey.
So President, I can't. Your friend say he's upfront with it. What you nyina adwen abesi so say Mahama efa hipa na waka se obeba ne Galamsey. He has never mentioned it anywhere.
Go to the manifesto. Go to the manifesto. But let me send him out. Can I send it to you?
Me say
the manifesto. Can I send it to you?
Ghana for
manifesto dey so bia.
He has said it. He said he's going to ban it.
Somebody does it. all kasa interfere you didn't.
President Akufo-Addo, why your politics are chair papa or teacher and was say Mahama. What you nyina ya adwen abasu se Mahama nkan se obeba ne Galamsey obabi ada. De Mahama kan ne se omo a omo wo concession ayaje no obema omo concession no ma san aba back biom. It is something that Mahama kan. Mahama kan say omo ayache omo Galamsey no court di omo akotu efiase no court na anya de oba obema omo amnesty no ma san aba be say yensuo. This is former President Mahama's policy. Again, Kwakubu ahe akotena UTV aka say 2020 okoye na okansa munsensuo no na montomaye no ampa a resource ema omo enya substantial president anka say ilusu ni nyina see ilusu considerable number of votes. President ote brofo pa Ghana ha ye kan wo mote brofo a president ote brofo che president bi aba Ghana ha nyina President Akufo-Addo ote brofo che because on Canada was say we even nearly lost Takwa ampanso Takwa, they came close to winning to NDC because Kwakubu ahene Dr. Tony Obin free Takwa area hono and anteka kacho so mundi galano na muntomaye ya ba mwanya mu freedom ni na keka ho enti Galamsey de unsana na ba na mwaka na maybe expect say be free wano kra also because a very important say yenhwe obi a manifesto na yenhu hwan na what the blueprint na na ba na mo say ono nye pipini but o see ye ka obi a obetimi ha ye Galamsey adwuma dia just go and pick the MPP manifesto and see the watro the Dr. Kwame atro say oni ahemfo no nansan mu ano wo kra wo ye Galamsey adwuma no uhu say wo fighting na ohene nka ho utimi fighting da even wo kra na wo ye campaign because what start here wo ko site no wo kan say se iwe na ahemfo no nka ho a enyeye Dr. Kwame ase okwa geological survey for be ko na omako akoye survey hu se ewa ha na afra ahemfo se momra yen simplify ade no na ema mu license na munye community mining na se na bia mu mabunu na betimanya adwumaye nti ochena ye kokrom ho na insurance say a forest na say a e be twe ohene no because ohene no be mbo na otimi aye mamen fo ntwato ukọ ba bi te se enchi enu nko ani kuro a me te say in the western north yenye Galamsey ho because of ohene mpene uji license free him ba yampene ma wontu krom ho asafo no yes asafo no kra na emwo ombe ba be bo apamo afiri ho. So I know you're very important in to say Dr. Bawumia who say for the last 7 years when the boss did keka ye chimprofo ye do muko na keka hono say yemfa ahemfo no nye yemfa police ni soldier crank ochi obi abiom and one say the ahemfo no ye na e kire omo a na ye ma omo regulation na ye beto gold no ye beto implement papa ma omo no omo dia ye gold no enu nti Ghana for episode mubusa former president Mahama efa hin na ogina Galamsey no obetu ase ana se obejai ono obeka bi Kwakubu ahe ede na wo ka kire Kwakubu ahe enu very important.
For your time somebody Royal Mohammed I'm grateful you guys mami na wase why me time na so na me famo NZ I'm sure that saying I don't pay. Very fast that be my Sade can pay Sade for that Roma. One more the elephant ointment no at the bar wa wunya general body page waposo ya we ya wachika sia ya na eya we ya what na si chipia na wo nine so peja sasa bro cheche wa try pay wadro elephant ointment no necessary with the twitwi waposo na ebe yini nyina no ya no ebeko elephant herbal mixture there kwacho wa koko ha one day over burning sensation waist pain constipation we am watching kwacho nyina yo hawa ababeso e wo so dia adopay herbal center for akofa elephant herbal mixture there ba say no bi a ebeboa wo ye pa powder ne de kwacho etu koko na se prekope especially made for pounds. Senti adopay mawonsa enkemi. Say what money in Patemo Little George Pharmacy. Ewa Shaman Echoes Pharmacy. And Coco Ubenya be Ewa Hillside Pharmacy Ubenya be Edia Cream. Afe one crying so I will be called Kaishi Drug Lane, Kobedia Enterprise, Case Walk Herba, Repast Ventures, and Afe Tinated Herba, Honina Ubenya be at Kumase for Meko Misty Herba, Api Dunk Herba, Freddy Mens, Ewa Keo, and Afe Mama Becky Muninano, Ewa Udruha, Ubenya be at Fre Sade con 0244 153 511, 0244 153 511, and Afe 0557 99 7797, 055799 7797. Now when it Sade Kenin Komo Anopay. Yes, I'm Kwame Appiah Kubi and Saturday. A must come for a tons as a papa and Anopay. When you match
Kwame me do so.
That is say,
oh, Nyamia Dumoko so.
Radiado. Yeah, yeah. Send come.
Me da see.
Kessben.
Remind Ababa.
Da be any day. To be an abem.
What do you mind in come?
Me da see papa ebusian for. Yeni kan emfa encha sonko emfrim. Imascon Estate Ghana Limited aso ye na baby bia na wo hwe afidi kasie. Any baby bia wotie afidi ni yemfa emrew. Na Imascon Estate Ghana Limited. De bia yetaba wakachi no bedi nkomo sonko. Efa yensa se papa ye ton ya ye bon dawro sade ye beya obi biara wa ye krado se wo pass ase pa to no mpema so sem bia wa akire no wo betimi anya ase pa bi ato wo ya me kan eye promotion sonko ane ye ahye so na ye shase August bosome no ni da na to so edu enko 19th August na wo ya me kan bosome ya ebey ni da to so enwotwe eye 8 November ana sa promotion ye no yadi nyina beba na wie ye enu ntino ye ye kansa manama oto ebise dani dani ye taba wa se ye ba mo nchen ene mu bedi nkomo fa ye nsase papa ye ton no ebusia ade papa de eno ana de biamba me ka cho se wo so timi ehwe tira kwa na wodi akire na wotumi koto bi sade beye na wonkoto sika enwu de biarata Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ya ton sase de ama Ghana adehye ene ye customers over 32 good years any over 32 good years any we be biada ni hwa we customer wato ya asase ya wato asase ni area ye no asam abeche de biara da anempo 32 good years ni no obi biada ni wodi akogina court obi biada ni wodi akọ police station se bia wa asem no wa pese ya ban ye beyi ano na we nyina no eche se Imascon Estate Ghana Limited yensa se ayaton Adam papa yesi ediama amanfo no na wei eche se enokwaredie eni insiye ena afani paundo eni nyamesoro ane yede eye yadwuman sa enkante sa enkanya de Lands Commission for bedi atomu nuanum ama yenkrata ama ye certificate to me say yendi fanton ensase ewo enkamantam ema Ghana adehye abusia over 32 years ni ayeton ensase approach for a soldier for immigration ni prison service for one yom ye adwuma ewo bampo adwumanim no dani danya ye koyen ensase ne so a ebi ni yen ekoto ensase ne bi we ya me ne wo ekan a soldier for ababeto bi ya sa abroma hyase wonom ayom adwuma ewo so na mamimi saw se wo wonim sade ye nuanom a soldier for wo mo se very disciplined wo mo dia ho hyeso de ayade bia number 1 ewo madwumanim eno nteno wontimi mfa sebu akwan mi so enkwa dada soja ni say womra meto wade womra meto wasase eno ntena we che say Imascon Estate Ghana Limited yensase ayeton no yade na misoni ahunidie mapa ana de aye adwuma eno ntemi nuansa wotie me sawo pa babi pa bi ato asase sawo pa asase pa bi ato asase a woto wi a mansu sembia ne akire asase a woto wi a woni langard ni bia ni asam langard ni bia ntwento magina wo so emekun de biara da woni busuani bia so eni akira asam woni afei wo bibiara eni manso twen wo asase no che se yankrata asam eye janium enti sa woto asase ni wi a enya afei ana wo sa bebre minia enti sa wo pa asase pato wo pe omo mbesi dan papa edi ama odi a ene enko ba bi foforo em ya nkwa data enko ba bi ebebo tuo enko ba bi obetua ska na gu enko ba bi asam ebeba ekire namom bra Imascon Estate Ghana Limited evi say ye di ho ninti ana over 32 years ni no ya ton ensase wa bra yenya court case ana yenya asem yadam ewo yensasa ye ton no echi baby bieda wo bi agye no masim na efre said ye be ya question bia person bi sa wa echi no eno nso ekwan the form ya wo betumi ebisam ye no ma edi kan no eye 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 afei 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 ebusia yensasa yeka wasemi ewo Tripoli na Tripoli American no ewo Greater Accra region yada any voter region baby American ewo Dowenya kwan so Dowenya kwan so American ho ena Central University wo ewo nso ana Sagleme Afarawa House ewo wudi free samia mienu amapotin ekwo Tripoli baby Imascon yensasi ewo no is just a stone throw chesa ekwan wasisi anu wako nu waba de biamba me catch say minionum emampo de betima sobomi ade ana betima bo ampenim akwaba minia be man so betimi de ball ato na so nu aye trottins abototas akwaba afa Tripoli wa me kan no eho na Reverend Sam Kranchiankra ye bodman say Apostle General eho no wasi asodan kese ye omta ye mpai bon ma watu odin say Shiloh City ana Shiloh City afei ya sanso ene eye new airport city no a ye ba be se ne foforo no ye no onom ana ebo hye amanfo tete wonom tadefri se ye nsase ne esune doso eno nti amanfo binom edikan aba betobia yesisi o matan e wonom edi ama wonom ya wonom etete wonom eno nti ba bia me kan no ye nsase ne so ensuo ene nkane a eye available tata afei ya demarcation ya yi akwanyina de ato entamu ani ya dwi ensase no so dada edi amount said ya be ya enya afei ana auto asase ne wi a wo kwa akobo pa na ukose obi no akope grade ade akograde so ya di kan agrade so dada ani ya tu abura kase enso ewo Imascon ya asase ne so ewo Tripoli wono manu nteno sa wo to asase ne wi a enya afei ana ukwa akochina pe ensuo nso yetu ewa asase nso ye ntoma eno nso ye de chew hwan ne ton sase wo Ghana no ma wo be ye wadoe kese a etisei ebusa yensase wo Tripoli ye kan wansem no one plot no enkane no na eye 30,000 Ghana cedis nenso na me no kasai ya dwene ho ntini ya teso e de aba 18,000 Ghana cedis 18,000 Ghana cedis eye titiskanum 180 million sad ye beya ebeya fo ediamau na watimi atobie afensa wo per half plot nso a eno nso ye betwa ediamau eno nso enkane no na eye 15,000 Ghana cedis nanso ya teso ediaba 9,000 Ghana cedis titiskano eye 90 million sad ye beya wo betimi atobi na wenyina echi no ana panye woda Imascon anom wasi watie amanfo sufrem sad ye beya betimi atwama wato ntino wasi di kan never aya 3,000 Ghana cedis 3,000 Ghana cedis we de kwa pam dada anima aya 30 million di kan fa no beto asem na we de eno to asem na we do valid ID card about ebra betua 3,000 registration enti we wie we no ani ye do kwa asase so ni akwate we de edi amount ni ama akwa no wa hya asem na wasi udan ewo so anempo company de opesa we ye bia no na wa ye ewo so onse utia 3,000 na de ye 1 plot 18,000 ebeka 15,000 15,000 akanom and ye did 1 year which is 12 months and esuo ni spread the ediaman say busumi bia no watua kakra ekomi say 1 year ne besonom na 15,000 akanom so no na nyam ye dia no watua awie afei ɛyɛ 9,000 cities dia no nso ɛyɛ half plot no sa wo de 3,000 to as ɛbɛka 6,000 ɛno nsia de bosom nsia ana esi wo aspect ɛde ama wo menia wo de abra TV ne so na ɛbra social media so bɛhwɛ yɛnsase na yɛka ho asɛm sɛdeɛ ɛbɛdo ne bɛhwɛ abɛtumi nsampa sɛ ɛnsase na yɛpɔn wotawuro no ɛyɛ nsase papa entabusa de 3,000 to aseɛ ne yɛkɔte wo de ne ɛde ma wa na wan ya ne de so na de aka no watua ne kakra kom sɛ wan ya ne bɛso ne watua awiem entemi ne awutia mi we de wo bibiara no a wɔyɛ saa me se promotion yɛ no on the 8th of November ya bosom ɛbɛn de ɛtɔ so ɛnwɔtwe ana ɛbɛkɔ na wiye ɛno nte no bɔmadia ne ka kyɛ wunua ɛne obi a wabroche sɛ ɔmra no meto bi fesi ensase no ɛnya de so a bi ɛwɔ so wotɔ a wutiri ayɛ yie wobɛkɔ aba no asase da hɔ no ababa be develop no abusia yensase yɛ ka sɛ one plot no size no ɛyɛ 70 by 100 70 by 100 ana 100 by 70 ana half plot nso no ɛyɛ 35 by 100 ana 100 by 35 your office no ɛwɔ Sprinters Road yɛwɔ Sprinters Road Shannon so ɛnyɛ baabi a no mesi yɛwɔ Sprinters Road 18 Junction yɛne Allied Filling Station ɔkwa no so no ɛna edi nhwɛne mu yɛbɛnka FC baabi a motɔn aduane no enti gye no mesi atwa to yi mo nkeka mo emom sa wo yɛ bosomi adwuma ana nkwankwa adwuma na mo mfra yɛn yɛbɛba mo office ani ma bedi nkɔmɔ na manya kwan tuma bisa question bia tampesa mbisa na mo atumi atobi yɛ number atwa to no ɛyɛ 0553
0553
840 646 0553 840 646 ana 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 Imascon Estate Ghana Limited and Sase Perfie no bra ne betobi yedamasi
I was happy that I said, I'm a bit faster that it be Senate. I don't pay Senate, yeah, I want with Juma strong Copa. Now, Senate is something more Wamalia. Woman Shisha Yano Bako, and it's a name old age. And T other your pensions. Now, I don't pay we will be or contributed to Senate for the rest of your life, you know. Oko pension as Senate for other Roma. Wamubeko Swa, Tiawoka, Kosisha, Ubeko Wumo, Energy, I don't pay. Se won't fear no Edru 60 now will retire. We are rest assured pass. Busumi Bia. It's our Senate contributions. Our year Yenti Senate for Ebeko Swa Tiawoka, Busumi Bia. Now, Afibia so one more share adding to moon at the Cajon, said the Beya. Economic difficulties in Sikanon so Ebeconedim, Ebube Pijaka crack. I'm paying for Chelsea. Why we are with Juma for who cautious in it? I buy a Juma son away for Chelsea who shame. One more young crank Jumena, and we'll make sure, sir. My bosses are who doing in our air register with Senate. Now, I pay, if I swear to say, no one so one side to me, Akabe. And I pay Bora Senate office be a Mona register. Now, become a contributor today. And yeah, the Albano who the Biarada. And for Sudia Brenano, Anna, and what social will be to your Senate. Now, a Beboa with that chinty. And I pay for Senate on 0302 611 622. 0302 611 622. Now, when it's Senate for any but your terms and conditions apply. And in Shishayano, Ayana, what you saw at the Amawa at the Amayan. So, Oko social media and so at Senate Ghana and Ubenya Wabona when they were more interactive and deliver on their promises. Mamma Imbustaba Mr. Fuachi, na Mima Wamo Aquaba, Bapa Majet saying.
Nyankopon adom, Mr. Speaker.
We are fine.
Crystal adom BBI fine.
That's right. Yeah, that Canadian policy. I don't pay. Ma yenin komo free imbustable Mr. for Australia.
Mr. Speaker, me da wase ebusuan for ye na Nyankopon asese ne nso ode ache ye mbie mu na afesu ye mama kwa babie ma dwumade kase ati se so unim se mama imboost otemen kase dia na chese ye imboostable Mr. Police ni na dro a free sharp herbs na me no mienu ye betwetwe ho komo na ya boost ye immune system ni ama ye nipadua na apomode mapa se de be ya nipadua na nkasa betimi asore na wako edi nyare wanyina so nkonim ya meta kan se bi misenye de bia na wose nipa wo yare a wono wodro eto de wose ade bi wo ho ebe nipadua ni ma nipadua na nkasa etumi nya ahoden ejina ho akokudru so no pam no enti se wote ho na de biara da age se dro ro nipadua mu ana de bia de ketua bi age se wono modro na chese immune system no eni ahoden papa na se immune system no benya ahoden a na twa se onum imboostable mixture ya sanma ne se police ni na dro ni bi na aboa apagya nkwamo na ahoden na etumi akon adinyare wanyina so nkonim number say didi juma 0246 20 84 96 0246 20 84 96 and 0540 01 13 71 me pacho unya number si na ofre ni a obetimi ene yen abonkomo imboostable mixture your herbal shop license chemical shop pharmacy biamu no enye na ebo no so de eda fombo kwa obia tobia ebo na pomden ma no tumi ejina na namonso ye ka imboostable mixture eyen hama enubra enuan hini ene ade aye adroi na adroi natural spices bebre ewo mu a chese ni nyina no ehwe ebusie immune system na ma na nya ahoden na asa di dwuma so sonko bebre ewo nipadua ni mu eno nti wona onom imboostable mixture di adanse ese omankasa nipadua no etimi ko edi nyarewa nyina esunkonim ena obi so a onom bia onyare ne se ebo ne ho ban efri nyarewa ho eno nti imboostable mixture de nya oyare nko na wonum bi oyare o onyare o etwase wonum bi mimpo de ya mitufo se nipa bi a wotiate asefo atasi so na nkwamwa wo mu de e wo senka bosumi bia wonum imboostable mixture bottle bako na de bo nipadua ne ho ban esan se nipadua ne enya apomden na obetimi asori akoye adwuma eno na betimi enya onya adaje anaso benya apomden ni asomdwe e de ahwefie se nipa yare a ya na adwene na tension nyina akọ ne yare so na se wo pese wonya apomden mapa na yare ntimi metu mpofiri mu a ade a wo se wo bo ho ban yie pa eye nkwamo ano eye wo immune system e wo nipadua nim no eno na bo ahwe eku edi nyarewa nyina esunkonim imboostable mixture boost immune system no na eboa ama moje wo nipadua ni matima de afusane yie ofa bibi te se saponisa ewo imboostable mixture mu a eno se nhwe unipadua no sugar dodo a akomu na ahwe se emuru nipadua ne so de nipadua ni hia pepepe ena be regulate na se be maintain no edi ama no eti enuane a ye di a end product eye sugar ana se glucose no se dose wo nipadua ni na se wonum imboostable mixture ni kra saponisa ebehwe ebe control no said ebe ya sugar na emedoso eti se wutie mi na bia wo de no adoso na wanya diabetes a ye kanfo imboostable mixture de amount se wo doctor dro na de amount no men fancy wo ode nom na se be ya unipadua no betimi anya ahoden anya apomden na immune system na timi asori no wako edi diabetes ne so nkonim na wo sugar na akofo munti no nom imboostable mixture no adanse bebre e na ewo ho afei so ofa bibi te se cholesterol be nipadua mu a se dose bebre a na se kwa kofo how ana oye ne dia brain padua no eno nti se wutie mi na mpesa o cholesterol na be kosoro ana mpo wako hospital doctor se odie no e kosoro a obenum imboostable mixture no ebe ma na aba form nipa bia wo kọ wanim onyini wo kọ wanim na se wonfie no e kọ nanim ya na wapomden no enti se obi a ya wo ne foforo ana obi oye babunu eno ntini ya na ye kanfo imboostable mixture e de ma ye papa mo ye maame no mo bo mo ase meto ase twetwe me pa me nantini me na ase hyehye me ya na ye monopause maame wunya imboostable mixture ye ka ho asem ya e beboa amwa disane omani nyina esunkonim me nua mema mo so timi bisa se imboostable mixture mama me nom bia e be ye dan na de amame imboostable mixture e boost be ma immunity di amano no be ma bi o ho no ma ya na ne mema sem kofom ni nyina ne se stress adults woni padua ni mu stress stress no dɔɔso saa na okosie ni mo ntimi nya adwuma yie obi wɔ so so krampo na ya na ye flames amaman ebi mu so so kra timi tena se omoto so ye adwuma ɔtene to so saa ɔnsɔre nkɔ baabi ɔntene ni mpom ɔnyɛ hwe ɛyɛ sɛ timi ma bɛma ma masɛm no so ɛkɔ ebi wɔ so so ya na ye infections ɛnamu yare ne moa wan kitinkiti bi aba nipadua no aba mogya ne mu no ɛno si etimi kɔfa ɔhaw ɛde brɛ wo ma masɛm me nua bɛma wutie me no madu papa ɛde apɔmuden ɛbɛbrɛ wo ɛyɛ imbustable mister ɛna ɛbɛyi saa nneɛma bɔne aba nipadua no mu nyinaa afiri hɔ ewia na de natural strength sɛ bɛma no ɛde ama wo enti imbust deɛ wo nom a side effect bia enim ɛnɛ yɛ nneɛma ɛkɔ n'anim wiase kɔ n'anim eti adwuma baako no ɛnsoyɛ ɛho sika no esua eti nnwuma ne akeka abɔ so bebree ɛnso nka nipa wɔ sɛ wuti eni kwan sɛ wo stress wo ho pii wɔ sɛ nka wutimi da wonya bread ma wo nipadua no relax nanso nam sɛ yɛnya ne sɛ nti no ɛnɛ yi stress no adɔɔso no nipa bebree na ɔmo immunity no anaasɛ ɔmo immune system no ayɛ weak ɔmo nkwamwa no ayɛ weak se stress edos woni padua ne mu a eno timi wiki immune system no opese wo yi stress a edura ye kanfo ede ama wo eye imbustable mixture nkuto ne kratan ni sa se ewrani padua ne ma esete barriers anase eye bibiti se osi akwan ema infections bacteria virus a ekose sanyarewa ede braya yi eti se bia wo tie me na se kakra bia na chese wanya cold kakra bia na wuti kakra bia na wo hunu mu sone ena de weda ne so aye ne enya asem keto cold ne bia fabia na chese ya hwenu mutena na atini nsuo medofo e nom imbustable mixture no fa boost immune system no entena se enyare ansa na wakoto imbust ba ye adanse apia free mu eye bebre ye wo nipa no binu ma na omoso omoda HIV omoda HIV nro so a omonom imbustable mixture enei chese omudi adanse se omonya ahoɔden a saa yare no kra entimi ndan ne ho adi wo nipadua ne mu adanti aso obinya esa ya na ne nkwamwa no ena enu ntina yare bia ba nipadua ni ma enkoda no enti the moment obenya edro bi ti se imbustable mixture de be boost immune system no obehu se na saa emmoa wa na se immune system no enya ahoɔden enti omunya ahoɔden sa no mutimi eko edi saa esi moa wa no so enti se ya nanse a entimi magi nipadua ni mu moso eye diarrhea entimi magi nipadua ni mu moso enti me dofo me patcho mentina fie na misa me se anase adwumam na misa me se adenti na wo si edro imbustable mixture no etimi ebetimi aboa wo ako ede unyare wanyina so nkunim se nipa enkwammoa eye weak na se yare betena ne so na enkode a hunu se nipa nkwammoa enya ahoɔden a yare ntimi metena ne so se nipa nkwammoa enya ahoɔden a yare na eba na nani eden sadien ya nipadua na ankasa etimi sɔre ekotia no enti wotia se a ɛwɔ sɛ wo ma immune system na wo nipadua nim no etumi eye adwuma ma wo immunity na nyankopɔn de ama wo sɛ ɛmɔ ho ban firi nyarewa ho no ɛwɔ sɛ wotimi ɛma ne ɛyɛ adwuma ɛdema wo numbers ɛdidi dwuma ɛyɛ 0246 20 84 96 0246 20 84 96 ebusua imbusta ye ka ho asɛm ebi wɔ herbal shop license chemical shop pharmacy bia mu no ɛnyɛ na ɛboa no so de ɛda fom bɔkɔ a wobenya bi atɔ ɛwɔ baabi a wo bia no shane so say ehye green and white box mu metro man da ho a apagya dade ya tro imbust ne kase de agu ho ene asan so atwo police ni na dro no de agu ho onsaka bia cap ketwa na ehye so no obenum 2 anopa 2 awia 2 anwumre na adiwa kagina mu afin so ye de imbust pharmacy abakuma se kode ofin so kwan ne so a methodist asori dan na ewo ho no obehu se imbust pharmacy e won nhwe ne mu pe mo amutu nro ton se ye heba se ye abrofudro edro bia wo pe na wo kuma se ne mpatem no ko imbust pharmacy enro no eye papa na bo no so da fom a wotɔ a wotimi ton na wonya bi edi emfaso de tua wadwuma ye foka opese oni edi dwuma se ye imbust pharmacy se ye imbustable mixture free ye e wo 0246 20 84 96 and 0540 71 01 numbers you friend ya benya ye do sina Mr. Speaker so can you say imbustable mixture de ya pomdema pa e na pomdema pa se imbustable mixture e na so police ni na ye tie ka imbustable mixture no do me so say oppose ni na do Mr. Speaker me that's it
yeah that's it Kessben.
Yeah, Kwame.
Maakye.
Yeah, no.
That is saying.
Nyamia Domarakwa.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, Bibia, fine, pan. Yeah, 5 grand, 5%. Kwame, you need a dear birthday. Kumasi for Yama.
20 years.
Yes, 20 years.
I'm saying,
you dear pa, that's some of your some don't be Kwame.
I am Tias.
Ubia Premomoda.
And who said, hey, one more catty cake, you know that. T-shirt, I want to share Nefe. Especially yellow ones.
Yellow ones.
You make you share and know did you try pictures.
Kwame.
Mama, you
so, Mama may be. Yen yet has a coffee busaba normal basia. Yes, so much T-shirt number. At most of the programs here, who can and coffee say, Yen Hansel, and normal banner or Buchesi T-shirt.
And him, son, you cry arrangement on that one.
Now, ye be dear, dear, Yamea Duma next year.
Okay.
Yes, ye be dear, pa, near your 4 years. Now, Yan ye be the bo BIC Hambedi my. Kwame, ya be the idea.
Kessben.
And more BIC Hambedi my.
I know the Mamma man. Then you got boys in the science, you
yeah, a more BIC Hambe Church. Kessben 2021. Remember the second person me kasa wa obi enu onu history ni cheme e mo obi ameka history bi amai Ali Baba de di kasa me na me kasa second na me te ha bi a chance bia kwa me from day 1 to konko minim e mo obi asi ha e ma medical history bi a che ye ni me history o ma yi ama o mo nyo mo de aha ye 92.9 yati ase kwa Mr. Lucra.
Oh my, you say.
Aye.
That is there, come on.
Oh, F. Pa, Kwame.
What's up with white? But I yellow the catch him.
I will yellow the F. Pa. And tell me before question what credit 25th anniversary. And I'm somebody breaking news. You may see say, Yahweh award is say, ordinary days. Who didn't share T-shirts? Chebia, holiday, and last weekend. And I'm saying, Mesha. Me person bi bisa say e dey tina T-shirt no ma catch say 25th no me save you about credit 25th year the sweetie
yellow T-shirt mo mre ba mo fa me say o say amu nyina mo pe wi ho na ka me srama me nko me ho na
obi aso pe bi
obi aso pe bi the new grad ya nti we dey be sure mo famra why
mo famra keke mo anu ya mo famra keke ya ti ase
na ba me no ase da o chere ba e be di nkomo jo na